Everybody plays the fool sometimes. There's no exception to the rule. All right, you guys. I am being drawn hello to record a one-off reading, Community Collective, and that was the song going through my head for some reason, so this ought to be interesting to see what comes through. Welcome to the channel if you're new here, and to my returning subscribers, I love you guys. Thanks for supporting the channel. Thanks to everyone who has ordered a private reading from me, and if you'd like one of those, the contact information is in the description box below the video if you'd just like to donate to the channel. And thank you so much. Somebody sent a really generous donation a few days ago here to the channel, and it was really like right on time. So I really appreciated that. It was a little extra fun money for me to have, and I do appreciate those who do that for the channel. It does help to support it, keeps me coming back to do more readings and just to keep the channel going. Okay, so like I was saying, this is a one-off. I was being drawn to do that. I might do one or two more this week, I don't know, like a series of one-off readings, because the last couple of readings I did on this channel were pick-a-card readings. If you're interested in pick-a-card readings, I've got several playlists linked down below for those. We've got how do they feel for you readings, who you're going to marry readings, things like that. Check it out. Otherwise, I'm going to just get into it, like stream of consciousness style, see what comes out for the collective regarding your love life. Okay, so if you have anything on your mind, a specific question or questions that you have, or you just want to see like what's coming in love, go ahead and think about that. If you've got a person of interest, think about them. I'm going to shuffle these cards a couple more times, and then we'll just see what comes out about it. Remember, guys, it's a general reading. Take what resonates, forget what doesn't. If you're here at the reading, there's likely a reason, but only take what resonates, okay? So what wants to come out for the collective, for everyone who is watching? For whoever needs to hear these messages. What do we need to know about their love life? What's the story in their lives right now with regard to their love life, their person of interest, their future love life, whatever the case may be? Hook us up, Spirit. What's the story? Got Seven of Cups. Got some water sign energy. So we've got a psychic connection going on here. Some sort of a realization. Feels like somebody is coming out of living in the past or being nostalgic. Somebody could be very nostalgic, thinking about the past. Sweet memories, things of that nature. Maybe thinking about a past person or fantasies from childhood with regard to your love life, like some sort of fairy tale. Could be watching rom-coms or looking at images of lovers together. Watching pick-a-card readings or other love tarot readings is what I'm hearing for a lot of you. Some of them quite dramatic. Others of you, it's about the use of imagination, okay? Yeah, there's some drama with regard to what's happening here, either in somebody's imagination and or with relation to like options or choices. Feels like somebody could have been taken unawares, like surprised. I'm hearing surprise attack, so probably not literally, I hope, in a physical sense, but like somebody was taken off guard. Somebody is feeling defensive, okay? Feeling defensive, and it could just be that you're hurting your own feelings with the thoughts that you're thinking. So for those that will resonate with, please check your thoughts, check your mental diet, stay on top of that, because you will get what you think about. Okay, the person being defensive could be the Queen of Pentacles, strong Capricorn, Sagittarius energy, as well as strong Virgo and Taurus. But regardless of the signs, and we also got fire here as well. This has to do with a the business partner wife is the archetype for the Queen of Pentacles. So she's somehow in the mix here. Yeah. So somebody got some news or just is being confronted with something or thinking about something, you know, that's making them put their guards up. Could be having to do with gossip. They could have heard something here with the Page of Swords. Air sign energy. And this Queen of Pentacles, whoever they are, could be, you know, gossiping about you. You could be, they could have heard something about you. If you're the Queen of Pentacles, you know, there's something here to do with communication, or maybe just like imagining arguing with somebody or giving them a piece of your mind. That's also that energy too. Like being irritable and ready for a fight. For others of you, it's simply that. Somebody's sitting around kind of thinking about things that were said and or, you know, observing. Somebody could be trying to spy on the other person's account or just observe another person, but they're either blocked or that person's being defensive and they're like protecting, like keeping to themselves. Number one, for some, all the options that they have, like they're shielding, blocking so that, you know, they can keep that to themselves. Others, it's just like their dreams and their desires, like their true dreams and their desires. And others, they've made a mess in their life and they're trying to defend that or keep it from getting worse. Okay. Somebody could be doing like damage control with regard to their image or reputation. Interesting. What else? We've got the Two of Wands. So there's that energy again of watching, looking from a distance, feeling like something is missing. So somebody doesn't want to dream or fantasize anymore. Somebody wants some action to take place, and they're planning to approach. They're planning to invest, to take action, to do something, to make something happen in the situation. And even if someone has a lot of options, whether that's in reality or in their imagination, there's still something missing for them. Something is not like connecting for them. Somebody could live at a distance. It could be long distance. But somebody is looking to invest. The King of Pentacles is looking to invest. So you could be here for your soulmate, your divine counterpart, somebody that you feel a deeper connection with, or you're just looking for like a life partner or a soulmate. Either way, we've got the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. They're a natural match, okay? So, strong, again, strong earth sign energy here. And the King of Pentacles is like the sexy man with money. That's kind of his archetype for me. So this person could be actually being defensive towards the feminine in the situation. He could have his back turned toward her. Meanwhile, he's focusing on like what he feels is missing, where he wants to invest. That could be in other options. I have to keep it real. I always tell the truth on my channel. Those other options could have to do with another person. Doesn't have to be. But for some, that is the case. And also, we've got talk here with the Page of Wands. So it feels like this is somebody that you're talking to. I'd be surprised if you're here for somebody that you're in absolute no contact with. If you are in no contact with this person, there is talk around this, or there will be some sort of gossip or communication between the two of you or around this connection. I feel like the feminine definitely wants to give this King of Pentacles or the masculine what she feels that he wants. She wants to give him some good news. She wants to engage him. She wants to make him an offer. she wants a new passionate beginning, or just to like some passion in general here, some communication. So even though a lot of feminines on the channel don't like to reach out to people or stuff like that, in this case, if we're honest, there are feminines who are thinking about or have reached out to this person, and it could be like in a passionate way, okay, like a flirtatious text or something more, or they're thinking about doing that. Okay. Feminine is also not just talking to one person. Remember, it's a general reading, so reading for many different people in their scenarios, and somebody's scenario out there, you know, they're not talking to just one person, like the feminine's not. So probably you both have like other people that you're interested in, or other options that you know, that you can have. Like you're both attractive and established people. Okay, and maybe you have been investing for so long, working on the connection so long, investing so long with that Seven of Pentacles, that you've become irritated. Like the connection, for whatever reason, is, you know, not flowing. You know, just because people are a natural match, right? Astrologically speaking, or even in just kind of their general nature, sometimes familiarity breeds contempt, or it isn't as easy to flow with it. And so as a result of that, it's like we're having starts and stops. We're just having to persevere and be very patient. And even in so doing, there's no guarantee that the effort that you've put in is going to pay off to your full satisfaction. Like it's paying off. I feel like it's already paid off. Somebody's already started talking to someone, or received contact, communication, something like that. But at some point, so the Seven of Pentacles says that, you know, one or both of you will be asking yourselves if it was worth the effort. Yes, you saw the fruits of your labor, but in the end, was it worth all of the effort? Got the World. The World says that more than likely you feel that it is, or they feel that it is, whoever this is, okay? That it's worth the effort. That this is something that's meant to come full circle. That whatever is missing in the connection is that, like, what do you call it? The sort of that savoir-faire, or that missing ingredient, right? And that it factor. And like, you guys are not going to settle for anything less than that. If you are out of touch from your masculine sees you as out of touch or out of reach. Somebody here feels like they're on a pedestal, or the masculine has his eye on somebody that's on a pedestal. Okay. He has his eye on somebody that is on a pedestal. And it could be that this person is like fantasizing about you, and in their mind, they're blowing you up to be larger than life, and they are missing you, and they're wanting to reach out to you. And if they've reached out to you, this is the reason why, despite being defensive, but also wanting to fight for the connection. And it feels like you both have put in some effort into the connection. Yeah, like I said, Six of Pentacles, you both have put in the effort into the connection. Six of Pentacles, the card of equal give and take. Like, you scratch my back, I scratch yours, or you do for me, I do for you. Like, you apply some pressure, I apply some pressure, like that kind of thing. So in this sense, it's a good thing to see with the World and the Six of Pentacles, very positive. Because it's talking about the end of a tough cycle, the end of the Seven of Pentacles, long waiting period, and, you know, just things rising to the next level in a very good way, in a positive way, and it being mutual. We've got the King of Swords here. And that also speaks of there being other people in the mix, like not just the two of you. So apply it how it resonates. I do feel like the feminines who are watching have more than one option. If you didn't know, now you do. There's this King of Swords air sign energy here. What does he want? The Magician could be a Gemini, strong Gemini energy. And he wants to make something happen. Like, the Magician is not a very patient person, okay? He can be, anybody can persevere and be patient, but in reality, what he's wanting is to reach out, to communicate. He's watching you, he's keeping an eye on you. He wants to make something happen here. He might be acting cold and tough, but in reality, what he wants is, like, he wants reward for past efforts. Like, he wants it to have been worth it. The effort, the wait. At the very least, he just wants to talk to you, okay? Five of Wands. For some of you, your person might want to have it out with you, have an argument with you. And it could be just about the journey that they've been on, or if not argue with you, talk to you about the different people that have been in the mix here. The complications, whatever they're defensive about, whatever's going on in their life, the outside influences. If there has been an argument or a conflict or a butting of heads or a clashing of egos, then, you know, you would know that, and then that's kind of what this person is irritable about, or maybe even what you're irritable about. But the Hierophant says that basically everything is going to be okay. That you both want to do the right thing. I feel like the masculine, especially as they're presenting as a strong masculine energy with the King of Swords, and even some strong Taurus energies too, Gemini, but regardless of sign, they feel kind of superior in the situation. They want to kind of give you a piece of their mind, for some of you, and tell you kind of like why they're right, you know. But on the other hand, I feel that you're both wanting to do the right thing, and for there to be equality in the connection, and for things to just basically go back to normal, things just to be okay, to find a balance or an equilibrium in the connection. And we've got the Ace of Wands. So it can be a newer connection, but this person has a lot of passion for you as well. And there's a desire for a new beginning, because we got that new beginning theme a couple of times. So newer connection, and or this is a desire for a reconnection or a new cycle within an existing connection, to grow something new, to plant the seed. There's a lot of inspiration, like inspired action is what I'm getting here. Like, one of these masculines is observing, calculating, planning to take inspired action. Like, they're waiting for their chance to make a move. The Emperor, your divine masculine here. They're waiting for their chance to show you that they've leveled up to the level of the Emperor, that they are ready, stable, secure within themselves, within their lives, that they have made something of themselves, that they're a solid individual. Something to do with you is going to help this person get to the level of the Emperor, is how they feel, whether they would word it that way or not. It's like you hold the key to this person really feeling like a man, really feeling solid, like a provider, like a protector, when in reality they might still just be at the level of a king, which is pretty high anyway, but or have magician traits, which can be inauthentic, a little tricky, a little immature, a little bit attention seeking. Yeah, a little immature. With this Page of Cups, it is a very sweet energy, though. So it's like one or both of you doesn't know where you stand with the other one. Like, there are changes occurring, or has been some changes. There's growth occurring in the connection, but with that growing pains, and it's like there's a question mark as to, you know, how you're going to interact the next time you interact, or who's going to win, even, like, in that kind of a sense, whatever it is, you know, if whether we're talking about an argument or getting our way, your way, his way, who's going to win kind of thing. But underneath it, we've got this affection and this new beginning, new romantic beginning that feels very sweet and very, very lovely and cute. And they're under this underlying sort of infatuation energy, regardless of conflict. Yeah, here we go. 6 of Wands. So that was talking about like winning. You know, who's going to win? I don't know who's going to win. I don't know who's going to come out on top. In the situation, could be even like this case of let the best man win or let the best woman win. And if that's the case, you know, I don't know who's going to win. I don't know who is going to come out on top. But it's like the better person is the one that's going to come out on top. The one with the better moral character. So it's not about just tricking their way into winning your heart or vice versa. It's not about just who can wait the longest or, you know, who can strong arm and force their way into being chosen or manipulated or anything like that, into being chosen or choosing. This is about the best person. The one that there is a deeper connection, where shared values exist, where that equal give and take can take place, and and where the right thing can be done. So the right person, so that the right person can win, like the best man, let the best man win, the best woman win. 2 of Swords. And it's like it takes one step forward and then one step back. And it's somebody not wanting to make a decision, because somebody wants to maintain the delicate balance. It's like walking a tightrope, being stuck between a rock and a hard place. There's a lot of passion here, and with that passion comes instability. It's kind of the price or the cost for passion, at least in a relationship that is maybe a little rocky or a little new, or where things are uncertain. It's easier for things to become unglued. And, you know, passion kind of sweeps you off your feet. And there is this, so if people are putting the brakes on this, whether it be the universe, you, or your person, if someone is in and then they're out, or off again, on again, it's kind of a way in which you temper that passion, and a way in which that passion is being managed, so that it doesn't overtake everything, you know. Got the sun, but it's so bright, and it's so positive, and it feels so good, and there's so much pleasure and happiness to be had. This energy of, you know, running off together, eloping, just throwing caution to the wind, and just having a good time. It's about embracing all the good things that the universe has to offer, and embracing your divine masculine, embracing your divine counterpart. And just basically kind of like, you know, coming into union. But the thing about this passion is, in this relationship, this connection, for whoever this is that I'm reading for, it feels like everything would revolve around this relationship. Like this relationship is the sun. So if you come into union and or have a new beginning in this relationship, the right relationship for you is one that feels really, really good. But in the same sense, as overwhelming as it can be. Like, it'll take center stage above everything else in your guys' lives. It will be the center of both your universes. But at the same time, it will be balanced. And whenever it starts to get off balance, I feel like one or both of you will intuitively know how to kind of withdraw a bit and put the brakes on things. Which I don't think is a bad thing if it's going to get all off balance, because if it gets all off balance with the 5 of Swords, that's where trouble is brewing. That's where people's insecurities start coming out, or their lack of emotional maturity starts coming out. That's where people's projections start taking place. People's naivete start to show in a way that becomes unhelpful or makes them feel vulnerable in a way where they have to become defensive or start to get in this attitude of, we're not on the same team anymore. It's my way or the highway, or, that kind of thing. It's this, I have to win at all costs, leading to a lose-lose situation for everybody. So that's why you need, the temperance is what I'm getting. We've got the Three of Wands, and that's what moves the relationship forward. And that's what gets you the rewards for your actions. You both want to benefit from, your past actions that you put in on love, and you want that to come back to you, and you want to, benefit from that and get, all the goodness and abundance the universe has to offer you in love, right? Whatever it is that you want, that's what you're wanting. The sun, basically. Happiness. You want happiness. Nine of Pentacles. And sometimes happiness is best served when people are very strong in their individuality and in their independence. Sometimes the universe puts a brake on a very bright and promising and intense or really strongly energetic relationship so that you can reconnect with what you need to do, those things that make you happy as an individual, those things that help you to stand in your power as a person, so that there is no codependency, so that people are not losing themselves, but instead standing in their power. So however rough things have been, whether you have been treated unfairly in life, and a lot of you have been, and you'll know what I'm talking about if that's the case. In this case, it's like you got knocked down, but you got up again. You got up again, and you just keep going, for your goals and for what you want. Well, that is paying off. And it looks like other people, even this person, if you have someone on your mind, is going to be and has been helpful in you achieving that. Seeing financial abundance, financial prosperity, as well as just the fact that you feel good in your own skin, and you're coming into I'm getting single power. So even if you're in a couple or in a marriage, this is about coming back into, like, everybody should always be, individuals and love themselves first and best. And in doing that, that's how they allow others to love themselves more. Like, that's how you allow others to love you more, by you loving yourself first and best. And I see that happening here. So some of you are going to be prospering enough to where you can do that, if you're not already. Knight of Swords. Yeah, there's change. There's a change in the wind here, and it's coming in hot. More communication. Some tough words. The masculine can be somebody that, thinks he's always right, even though he's very smart. Sometimes he's not always wise. He's coming into his emperor power. Some of you are here for an emperor who's already conquered these things and is an expression of their full potential, but a lot of you are here for someone who is still on that journey to becoming that. And that person can be kind of a handful. They can want their way, and it could be too the feminine who's watching as well. I feel like if it's the feminine who's watching, you really want your way, and you get stuck on an idea with regard to having fun, having a good time, doing what you want to do, going on vacations, going on trips, whatever it is that the sun represents, whatever it is that the Nine of Pentacles girl likes. She likes the finer things in life, and so does the Queen of Pentacles. And you can be very driven with regard to getting what you want, whatever that looks like for you. So if you aren't like that now, you could be becoming that way more and more, you know, which can be a very good thing if you're somebody that's used to, you know, not asserting your needs and your desires, right? You're changing into somebody that is going after what they want more. Yeah, with the Chariot here. It's like whatever it takes, no matter how hard it is. Like, I'm on a journey. I'm making this happen. I'm going to war. That's basically in the Chariot. Like, come hell or high water, I'm going to war. And I'm going to win. And so, you know, that's a great attitude to have, you know, for a lot of people. I guess if you're technically going to war, which hopefully you are not, or if you're in business. Some people look at, you know, all is fair in love and war, that it's okay to be that way in love too. But, you know, as we know, as spiritual people often know that in love, a light touch works best. So we're seeing a change here. So maybe this, or somebody here is putting their own self-interest ahead of love in the relationship. But, and if so, that's going to stop. That's going to end. If there's a distance for some of you, that's going to end as well. I do see movement and travel here. But there is a transition happening. Yeah. Could be the end of a dream. We've got the Ace of Pentacles. Another new beginning energy here. It's very, very positive. So I feel like there's an end of a cycle here that is resulting in financial wealth and prosperity for one or both of you. Maybe that was the goal for somebody, that they wanted to achieve a certain level in life before they would allow themselves to move forward in love. If that's the case, then I see that happening regardless. I see that happening. There looks like there is a new opportunity to really ground the relationship. We've got strong Scorpio and Cancer energy here as well. Somebody could be those signs. It's like even if somebody like went off chasing waterfalls or going in their own direction, doing their own thing, largely led by ego or the need to prove something maybe. Somebody had some sort of a childish notion about how their life was supposed to go. But that is changing. Because maybe that person has achieved what they wanted to achieve. They've learned lessons along the way, whether this is you or your person. I feel like it's both of you for a lot of you watching. But that's changing. And there's being an offer made here that you're considering, or your person is considering. Feels like it's just the considering a new beginning. And it has to do with like having options and it's kind of like also just going after and fighting for, you know, what you really want, what's going to make you happy, like fighting for your own happiness. And I get that the Emperor is fighting for his happiness as well. And that happiness for the Emperor now is the Knight of Cups, to make a love offer, to come in hot, to create a change that positively impacts this connection, to reach out to you, to try to be of help to you, to be of service to you, to give something to you, ask you out on a date, be nice to you, be good to you, romance you. We've got the Page of Cups and the Knight of Cups here. So it looks like for some of you that's going to be the change. And that's a welcome change, because if you haven't had it so good with this person, or nothing's happening in this connection, or nothing's happening in your love life in general, then this is showing a change where romance is coming in. And we've got solid new beginnings and happiness on the table here. So like that. Got the Knight of Wands, lots of knights. So lots of movement, travel, communication, offers being made. I'm telling you, it's more than one person. I am being told that there is, like, for some of you, all these different energies, all these different people that we're seeing on the table, there's different sides to one person. Like, they're traits that exist within, like, one person or within you. It's like a combination of traits. But for a lot of you, honestly, there are more than you, like, you have options. But this person has, you know, passion for you as well. And it's a very strong passion. And it's taken a lot to deal with the situation. Whatever these changes are, you guys both feel like strongly connected to each other. And the feminine likely has had to be very prepared, on her toes, but intuitively she knows how to handle the situation. She's strong enough. She sees it coming. She knows how to disarm this masculine in such a way that it's like leaves other people wondering, like, how is she doing that? Well, she's the divine feminine for one. But even if not, you know, even if not, whatever label you put on her, she knows how to handle the situation, and other people are like wondering, like, how does she do that? How does she handle him like that? For example, you know, whoever you're here for, apply the pronouns that fit. How does she do that? But she just got it like that. And she knows how to tame the masculine. And the masculine, whoever they are, they feel like if they were going to settle down with anyone, you know, it would be the feminine. And some of them already have. Yeah. Because some of you are here for somebody that you're already with. And you're just going to spice things up, it looks like. Going on more dates. For some of you, it could be that, you know, you start having more options. People start noticing you again. Or, you know, situations vary anyways. And that catches your masculine's attention and gets them more interested in you. But regardless of the scenario with the Lovers card here, this is a divinely guided union. You're in love. Like, this is the energy of this is the energy of the loving couple. There could be an engagement here. Another gift being given. And I feel like a lot of this has to do with the fact that you guys are two individual people. In and of yourselves, you are two individual people. And the feminine really takes care of herself. And she has her own interests, her own life, her own business, things that she's into. Like, she loves herself. It's only when you're two complete individuals, really, that you can fully experience the joys of the Lover's energy. So you could be very different. You're very feminine for the feminines watching. Your masculine's very masculine, with the Emperor and the Strength too. But like you're equal but different. So you're not codependent on each other. You choose to be together because you love each other so much and because you're naturally a vibrational match to each other, and it just works and it just flows, you know, because you've done the inner work and you love yourselves as people. And it just, when those ingredients are in place, everything else falls into place. So it looks very beautiful, very solid. Yeah, and it's just kind of like, you know, what traditionally has been known as, you know, a meant to be type situation. It's vibration, but, you know, let's be romantic and say, hey, this is a relationship that's meant to be, your soulmates, you know. It's like no obstacle could stand in your way for long, like it was always going to end up this way. You were always going to end up in love and together. That was always going to happen. There are forces at work that are outside of your control that were bringing you together. You know, this was divinely guided. You know, spirit guides and other beings of the light were helping and are helping this along. Three of Cups, to bring you together. There is a bond that exists between the two of you. And even if this is someone that you have had or are having, I feel like for a few of you, you know, you have had friends with benefits, or this is just a friend or something like that, or that you're dating casually. One of these people, you know, is your true soulmate. Like, is the one that you are aligning with in such a way that feels like they are Mr. Right or Mrs. Right. You might have to figure that out. You might have to decide, you know, who that is. It could be somebody that's, you know, a bit younger, maybe in their 20s, or they still have like that kind of look or energy about them. A youthful sort of energy with the sun. That's kind of like the divine child energy. Then we've got knights who tend to be on the younger side. This is like a more romantic energy, yet underneath it all, you know, this person is solid as a rock. Okay, we've got the Nine of Swords. And that has to do with the Three of Cups. So some of you watching are aware of a third-party situation. And if there's a third-party situation, it's causing a lot of mental anxiety. It's making one feel kind of like a victim. And then we've got the Wheel of Fortune. So probably in a connection like that, there have been ups and downs, like the connection's cyclical, on again, off again, perhaps. I mean, maybe that's one way you can identify whether or not this is talking about you in your situation. But again, there's still this soulmate fated element to it, that regardless of outside circumstances, circumstances don't matter. That you were meant to be together. Some of you, if it is third party, you're just completely over it. Some of you have like some social anxiety, and it really affects your mood, and that affects the relationship. Got the Queen of Cups. So you understand on a deep level. The feminines understand on a deep level her masculine and the one that's right for her. It's the one she admires, the one that makes her feel good, the one that takes action toward her, the one that's a friend to her, not just a lover, even if it is kind of like at times it feels like, you know, this is so passionate. We feel like teenagers again. So maybe, you know, how can we define this relationship if that's how it is? But you both feel like an underlying strength of a bond between the two. Like you feel underlying that the bond you have is deeper than that. And the feminine is probably the one that figured it out first. Or is figuring it out. You know, he's not just this attractive, friend who comes in and out of my life. And this is the one that I want to be with for the rest of my life. Yeah, and then we've got a lot of hoping and wishing and just feeling good. And it's good that, you are feeling good, because that's what's attracting more things into your life to feel good about. It's the magnet that invites more into your life. So this feminine could be somebody that, no matter what, like again, I'm hearing she's got knocked down, but she still rises from the ashes. But not necessarily like a phoenix, because she's very accessible. There is a humanitarian vibe to this feminine. So it's not like her response to bouncing back from life's troubles or troubles in the connection isn't necessarily to become more hardened and like she doesn't take that sort of approach to it. That's not her response. Her response isn't to become all hard or to prove something. Her response is to become more illuminated. And her aura is then more healing to those around her. She just becomes more beautiful, more elevated, more enlightened. Nobody has to suffer to achieve enlightenment, but in this case, that's just how it's gone for the situation, for the feminine. And she has achieved that. And she is the one that lights the way for other people. And people are gravitated to her like moths to a flame. So no wonder there are so many men on this board. Like so many men in this reading. Or so many people, because she's just absolutely lovely. She's the pixie dream girl. She's the mysterious, ethereal, enigmatic Queen of Cups, who's also deeply understanding. She's at the same time extremely wise and naive, but also, however she is, in her good or in her bad, she is she's a pleasure to be around, or she helps other people heal. Like her energy is healing. Her example is worth following. Like what she does helps other people. Just her energy heals and helps others. She's like kind of incredible. Okay. Oh, wow. Divine love. So, divine love. Those people who just radiate. I mean, they're kind of rare, actually. But you're around these people who just radiate love. Love is less of an emotion and more of a vibration. And it's a vibration that is safe and that feels good. But sometimes what feels good feels unsafe if you've been deeply wounded. And a lot of people have been. So they shy away from things. They don't want it to be like too good to be true or anything like that. They don't want to be duped. They don't want to be fooled. They don't want to look a fool. Like I started the reading off with that song, Everybody Plays the Fool Sometimes. But it's that attitude, like stopping yourself from playing the fool, or like being too rigid about your boundaries, or being afraid of love, or being afraid of feeling good is what keeps you from getting what you want, like keeps you from the very best things. And you deserve the very best things. And so while, somebody might have thought that this feminine is foolish or naive, or just maybe she's like delusional or wearing rose-colored glasses, the truth is that she is source energy, and she recognizes the light in her divine masculine or divine counterpart. because she's light too. And because she's being divinely guided in that direction. Like she's been shown the path. She's been shown the way. And again, this goes back to maybe taking a break, from love relationships or from a relationship, and growing and coming into her own power and really learning to love and care for herself, taking the practical steps to care for herself. And then as well as loving herself on the inside. So all these things have led us here to this feminine energy. And she is in connection with source energy and divine love. And she is having a new beginning. Okay? And it's an emotional new beginning. We got King of Wands. Could be with the King of Wands person. He's the husband of the deck. He can be a bit of a cranky pants. Okay? But he has a very masculine energy and one that takes action. Okay. Four of Swords. So she's bringing healing to the King of Wands. And we've got the Tower. Tower comes before the Star. So maybe there has been some major upset. And we know that already because I mentioned it before. It could be more recent. I feel like this does have to do with this King of Wands and what he's going through in his life. Yeah, some sort of disappointment. Like if he's not with his feminine, he's sad doing without. This is a situation that speaks of, he's so poor, all he's got is money. That's what I'm getting for somebody that's out there. Like this one that was in the Chariot energy, going after their goals and their dreams, trying to make something happen, putting that ahead of or before love. It's resulting in, the universe tearing down that sandcastle. Universe tearing down that sandcastle. Because it wasn't real anyway. It was an illusion. Yeah, this person is leaving behind tense interactions with others, particularly with regard to family or legacy. And fast forward, moving forward. You're part of that. You're helping this person to heal. Or the feminine is helping this person to heal. Chaos might have been what somebody needed to feel at home or to feel like a relationship was real. Because that might just be what they were used to. And so it's an intimacy issue. I'm afraid of intimacy. The Ten of Wands says, I'm afraid of intimacy. So, so I stay in situations that have me living in an uproar with the Tower. I stay in situations that have me living in an uproar because if everything's always a mess all the time, if I'm always being disappointed with the Five of Pentacles, if there are always some sort of interpersonal politics at play with the Ten of Pentacles, then there's no real chance of me getting hurt. There's no real chance that I will get too close or be too vulnerable, but you deserve the very best things in life. Like this masculine or whoever is behaving like this or thinking like this, I would tell them you deserve the very best things in life, and you get to those very best things in life by being available, by being vulnerable, by being intimate. And I think that this person is coming to realize that, and they've realized it, and as they've reflected and realized, then they're moving forward full steam ahead. It's been a hard realization for them. They have looked upon love, with skepticism, thinking that maybe, it was something that they could manipulate or control, or that would manipulate or control them, or something that would be unhealthy or codependent. Maybe they've dealt with codependency issues before, maybe you have, but looking at love with almost contempt, looking at the thought of letting down their guards and moving forward with contempt, being vulnerable with contempt. But the reality that, again, that's where all the good things lie with the Nine of Cups. That's where wish fulfillment is. That's where all your cups runneth over. So this person could drink or do something else to, calm their nerves or keep the devil on their shoulder at bay. But if so, that's ending. Like they're breaking free from their chains. They're no longer allowing themselves to be victimized or to victimize themselves that way. And coming into their King of Cups, there's our last king, to the emotional maturity and the protective, cultured, and loving energy of the King of Cups. Okay, willing to do his part with the Three of Pentacles. So hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. That does help to support the channel and keep it going. I'm going to pull some messages from your person. If you'd like a private reading, my contact information is down below. Please donate to the channel. It does help to keep the channel going. Links for that is down below as well. Yeah, that's the Ace of Wands energy again. Your energy gives me life. Maybe this starts off sexual, but you never know, it could grow. So somebody out there, it started off that way or it's in that phase, but this is what you've got to look forward to. Lucky you. If you want a relationship and you want a soulmate, you could very well have met that person. There's just a lot of passion. Then we've got the Ten of Wands energy again. And don't worry about me. I can bear my own burdens, plus yours too. So there's a little bit of bravado here. Somebody that doesn't know when to ask for help. Somebody that makes their life harder than it needs to be because they won't allow other people to help them. And that's something you're going to probably need to be patient with, because balance, like extremes like that, need to come into balance. With that Two of Swords, balance is important to this relationship, of all relationships, to keep it tempered, flowing, going. We've got more Hierophant energy. I feel I can give you amazing advice that will improve your life if you follow it. I'm just laughing because your soulmate, like I said, they think they're right. They might be very wise. Some of them are smarter than wise, but they think they're wise. Or they just are very hard-headed about what they believe. But the good news is that for a lot of them, they're being hard-headed about things that they believe because they actually are right. Okay? Don't come for me. I'm just saying what it is. Whoever this person is coming through, they are wise. And what's sweet about that energy is that they want to help you improve your life. Like, say your life's going all right, going good now. Well, they want it to go better. Like, they want to make sure you're good, and that's sweet. And on the other hand, could it be annoying if this person always needs to be like the patriarchal father figure that's giving advice, or you know what I mean? Yeah, But, I mean, there are worse things. Okay? I think this person is teachable. I think they're open to learning. But they do know their stuff as well. We've got what we had is broken, and we have both suffered for it. Things can never be the same, but I hope in time we can start over. So that's that transition energy, the death and the tower energy. Things are changing. So this person acknowledging that things are broken. You both suffered. You know, things may never be the same. Or this person, they can never be the same, but I hope that in time we can start over. And even if you haven't had a painful ending with this person, I mean, they are talking perhaps then about the suffering that you each have endured separately, but it feels like, if this is your reading, that this person, you know, might be talking about, you know, you and your connection. Like you have had an ending in this connection with this person. I'm holding my composure and staying cool and calm. I prefer to not allow my emotions to get the best of me. Maybe that's why this person's coming across defensive or like they're not paying attention to you. Of course, you know, if somebody's doing that, they don't deserve your time anyway. So don't let anybody treat you that way. Just throwing that out there for good measure. But whoever this masculine is, they're just saying who they are here. And I feel like some of you feminines are this way. Like you hold your composure because you have to, because one of you is a little bit more wily than the other. Or maybe you take turns being wily, and the other one has to, like, at that time, be the calmer one. And when they're being the calmer one, they're holding their composure because they prefer not to show their emotions or let their emotions get the best of them. But a lot of masculines, if not most, are that way anyway. So just know that if they're behaving that way, that this is why. We've got Knight of Swords. I appreciate how well we connect intellectually, and that we keep focus when it's called for. So King of Swords, yeah, and he came out earlier, right? So he appreciates how well you connect intellectually. He's focusing on the intellectual connection, showing appreciation and respect for that, and that you guys, you know, like, remain like proper or whatever he considers proper. Like you behave that way when it's called for. Then we've got the Knight of Cups. I'm willing to go all out to win your love and affection because I want a romance that ends with happily ever after. But don't be fooled by this person because, you know, as stoic as they come across, they actually are very romantic at heart. And with you, they do see a happily ever after. And that is what they want. That is what they're looking for. So regardless of, you know, who's with who right now or where the relationship's at, that's what they're looking for, is happily ever after. So, that's, you know, a romantic kind of energy right there. Very romantic. We've got King of Pentacles. I want to provide for you. It makes me feel good to be the one you can rely on for your sense of safety and security. So your person wants to provide for you. Remember when I said that maybe somebody put the brakes on this connection or hasn't been ready because they're chasing a dream or a goal, or they want to establish themselves in life? It looks like, you know, that's still on their mind. That's still something that's important to them to be able to provide for you. So if they're not in a position that they can do that, that is going to bother them. I think this person has a moderate amount of money. Be honest. I'm going to be honest. they're financially stable, but they probably are a little bit, you know, like they're really careful with their money. Like they hold on to their money. And we've got twin flame union because they're not, like they're not wealthy, they're not rich, or they were, but then they realized that's not where it's at. So then they kind of made some changes to their life. Now they're not, now they're just financially stable. Or whatever money that they have, they're careful with. And they like make wise choices with their money. So they're not Mr. Moneybags right now. We've got twin flame union, heart, body, mind, and soul. No surprise there. Natural evolution, let the situation unfold naturally. Yeah, this is what it's been. It's this reading has been unfolding naturally. The relationship's been unfolding naturally with its ups and downs, with its starts and stops. If it's been a winding road, if it hasn't been like a straight line from meeting to living happily ever after, it's because it's been evolving. Like this twin flame union journey has been evolving naturally. And then falling in love, sudden feeling that this is the one. So I don't know why, but I feel like at the beginning that was what I was going to say, or was saying something about falling in love, or somebody having a realization, you know, that somebody is the one. So even if you have known each other for a long time, or if something just happens, like there's a sudden realization, something about a sudden realization that the other is the one. We've got guided steps to great love, follow the path of ascension. And so there's really nothing to do but follow the path of ascension, right? By doing the things that raise your vibration and make you feel good, and not acting from a place of desperation or hurt or pain, and removing yourself from situations that make you feel that way until, you know, you can correct yourself and feel better again. But you're being guided on your path to ascension. We've got love language, quality time, be the witness to each other's lives. So this is indicating that that's what's needed, or someone's quality time, somebody's language is quality time. Or I feel like it just says it's an indication that, you know, that's going to be happening. That's going to be happening. So it's like, how will you know when this relationship is on solid ground or on solid footing? You'll be able to spend time with each other. There won't be like rushing out or rushing in, or outside interference getting in the way. Like, there won't be other responsibilities taking precedence over this relationship or anything like that. You'll both be at a place where you can spend like as much quality time together as you want to, and really witness each other's life. This is about slowing down. It feels like up to this point, you know, life has been getting in the way, or people have been rushing around trying to accomplish things or whatnot. But this relationship's entering a period where maybe the people are entering a period too, where they're at a time in their life where, you know, they can just chill the hell out. They can't have a picnic in the park, you know, on a Tuesday afternoon. Like, I'm getting that image of Julia Roberts and Richard Gere in Pretty Woman when she makes him call into work, because he's always rushing around and he's, you know, trying to conquer the world all the time. And she's just like, call in sick. Let's just spend the day together, you know? But I don't feel like, you know, you'll necessarily have to tell this person to call in sick. I just feel like you guys will prioritize and have time to witness each other's lives. I think that's a sign that will be like kind of a definitive like marker for you to look at and say, you know, we have evolved in this relationship to where we need to be, because nothing is taking precedence or priority over each other. Like, we just have all the time in the world just to witness each other's lives and be present with one another on a regular basis, and that's our priority, and that's just what we do, you know. We've got magnetism. There's a gravitational pull to each other, because resistance is futile. Okay. That's why it's called falling in love, because it's an accident. You don't choose to fall. It just happens. Not saying it's an accident, but you know, if you know, you know. You're being magnetically attracted to one another. Okay, my psychic feminines out there already know, like psychically, that this is your marriage partner, or the one you're going to marry, that the proposal is coming, or you're going to psychically know when that proposal is going to come. This twin flame recognition, you know, the soul that mirrors your own, that has something to do with the proposal. So maybe there could be a carving or an engraving on the engagement ring that references twin flames, or about mirroring or soulmates or something like that. Okay. We've got disguise. Some elements of this relationship are hidden. Yeah, it could be hidden from one or both of you that you're twin flames, or that you are soulmates, or that, you know, for a while one or both of you didn't realize that this was a deep connection, or this next person coming in, you're not going to realize who they are to you, that they're the one that you're going to marry, that that's going to be a deep connection. You don't realize that right away. Maybe one of you is friend-zoned, or friend-zones the other. Or feels like there's a lack of passion in the relationship, or one of you, like I said before, there's a lot of people around this reading and in this reading, so one of these other options that one or both of you might be dealing with might seem like they're a couple, but really they're together for companionship, or there's a lack of passion there and it's just not what it seems. But then this connection comes along and it's unexpected. So maybe you guys thought you would just be friends, or you thought whatever, you know, there's something unexpected about this. You could be opposites attracting. I really feel like quality time is going to be huge. Quality time is going to be what did I try to say? Quality time. That's going to be the main love language. Quality time for one or both of you. So even if you did the little test and it didn't say that quality time was your top love language or whatnot, or your person's, it will be when you're together. At a certain point, the natural evolution of this relationship is leading you to a place where you're going to hold a lot of space for each other, and you're going to want to do that. And it's such a beautiful thing in such a busy world, and there's so much sense of urgency all the time. And sometimes people are just very busy and or impatient, or, you know, whatever. With one another, you're going to hold space for each other. And time is just going to stop. You could just be together all day. And that's really going to be the hallmark of having made it as a couple. Yeah, this came out. We've got the Four of Swords. It's about like resting, reflecting, shelter from the storm. We've got Nine of Swords here. Two, that came out earlier. I think that for one or both of you, with the Eight of Wands at the bottom of the deck, busyness, hecticness, and that could still be a challenge for one or both of you. Like, that really gets to you, that makes you feel anxious. And, you know, busyness and hecticness does take a toll on people as individuals and as relationships. We've got the Queen of Wands. Yeah, she's got some underlying anxiety here. But then the Knight of Cups comes in and helps with that. Yeah, he offers his, look at that. Wow. Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Inspired action is leading like this lover and his love offer of love to the Queen of Wands, which is basically the lady in charge. And she has anxiety issues. She looks really strong, but at night, you know, or when she's having a vulnerable moment, like all of her worst fears and worries really weigh heavily on her mind. And that could be the reason why there's been a pause in the connection. This has been a long period of healing. For her to stabilize. But inspired action is moving this to where this Knight is bringing in the cup of love. Anything else? One more card, please, and then I'm wrapping it up. One more card, please. One more card, please. Empress. Wow. 10 of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck. What? Oh, crap. And then I just opened Lovers. Wow. Okay, guys. Well, that's it. You know, that's the cherry on top. That's basically your outcome card. This is ending up in marriage. This is going to be a fruitful marriage as well. Some of you, the feminine is the one that is going to achieve that 10 of Pentacles standing. In other words, she's going to be the one that brings wealth into the picture. So if you're not wealthy right now, feminines, you very well could be on track to that. I'd say claim that if that's what you want, because we're seeing that here. You go from 9 of Pentacles to 10 of Pentacles. Why are you stressed out? You know, yeah, there's some things in your past, some disappointments, but you've got, I mean, you're the boss lady. You could be an entrepreneur, or there's some way that, you know, you're just making that money, okay? You're successful. And success doesn't have to come with stress, but for some of you it is. And this person's here to help you with that. Like, they're going to give you that love and that support. And they're going to romance you, and they're going to wine you, and they're going to dine you, okay? But it's not frivolous by any means, because the result of all of this is that you become the Empress. And it's easier to be the Empress when you have means, right? When you have wealth and resources. Because you can go for those facials, those massages. You can go get your hair did. Have someone else clean your house for you, right? That kind of a thing. So that you have time to sleep in or soak in the tub or whatever you need to do to smell the flowers. You remember when where is that? Okay. We've got the Knight of Cups. And then we've got Knight of Cups here. And we had Knight of Cups over there. Okay. So what does Knight of Cups say? Knight of Cups says, I'm willing to go all out to win your love and affection because I want a romance that ends with happily ever after. If any card ever meant and they lived happily ever after, the Empress is definitely one of them. Especially when she comes out with the Knight of Cups, the Hierophant, the Sun, the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Cups. If you want children, that is on the board as well. Maybe you just want to be a fur mama with somebody, like have fur babies, whatever the case is. This masculine's going to get what he wants, and that's happily ever after. Okay? And I feel like you're going to go from being this stressed person, stressed Queen of Wands, you know, Queen of Wands and Nine of Swords, to being the Empress. And the Empress is, she's basically a bouncy, flirty, sexy, feminine woman. She's very, very feminine. So this person's going to really bring out that soft side in you. But you can be soft when you're being properly loved and supported. When you are with your divine counterpart, you don't have to take on their traits as much, right? So she can put down her masculinity, because we all have both masculine and feminine. She doesn't have to be both as much anymore, because she now has the masculine in her life to balance her out and be the yang to her yin, to your yin. Basically, we're talking about you. And we have the Emperor here as well. So this is basically the blossoming of romance, like in ways that I can't even like begin to express for you guys. Okay? It's just luxury itself. It's just being able to go where you want and do what you want when you want, which goes back to what I was saying about the quality time. Like, quality time in and of itself is a luxury. Like, just to go and be with each other whenever you feel like it. People have bills to pay. They have chores to do. They have errands to run. How are these two just, you know, having this languid, leisurely, you know, picnic in the middle of the day? Because they've got some money, honey. I feel like the Empress is the one in the feminine. Not that the masculine isn't going to have it. We have a bunch of kings and the Emperor here too. But I feel like the masculine has learned his lesson about just focusing on earning money so much. Like, he's stable, but it's not like his main focus anymore. And the feminine, I just think that she has been able to achieve a certain financial status as a result of her interests, because the Queen of Wands does what interests her. She doesn't just do things for the cold hard cash. She does things for like, because something means something to her, because it inspires her. And that's often the formula to success, is doing what inspires you, and not necessarily just looking up what job pays the most and what you can do, like what formula or path that you can follow that's most likely statistically to result in having, financial wealth. That's not the way she goes about it. She follows her inspiration, and when she does so full force, then she ends up prospering. And that's what I feel like my feminines are doing. But she's not going to always have to be hustling like her whole life or anything like that. Because, again, the outcome is the very feminine Empress, okay? And the Empress goes where she wants to do. She has the resources to spend time with her man, her Emperor, and they have the resources to do what they want to do when they want. They have the time and the freedom to do that. And there's lots and lots of sex. So there's... There's a lot of that as well. She's just going to have a very cushy life, this one. I love this for you guys. I hope this is what you want. This sounds pretty good to me. Sign me up. Because she still has the pride of knowing that, she was accomplished in her own right, and she is accomplished in her own right. But when her counterpart comes in, everything that's good becomes twice as good, because now she's got someone to amplify it and to share it with. And as a result of that, things just become better. And she's just going to almost, by the end of her life, how can I say this? By the end of her life, she's going to have basically almost forgotten, what it's like to do without. Okay? Because she's going to have become so used to living a very comfortable life. But she's still going to be very good-hearted. Like, you're still going to be very good-hearted. You're still going to be generous. And your person is still going to be infatuated with you. And you guys are still going to be like excellent lovers and companions to one another. You are still going to be an inspiration to this person, to your masculine. But you're going to be kind of spoiled. So enjoy that. Your masculine should know that, I'm getting that scene from Friends where Monica's complaining that somebody said that she is high maintenance, and then her boyfriend Chandler says, it's okay, you are high maintenance, you are, but it's okay that you're high maintenance because I enjoy maintaining you. So yeah, that's your masculine to you, basically. So you're going to be very feminine. Like, I don't know if you're frilly now, frou-frou now, but I predict frou-frou-ness in your future, really coming into your feminine energy again, really amplifying and playing that up. And honest to God, like, if, and then look who's underneath. The King of Pentacles was underneath the Empress. Oh no, the 10 of Pentacles. Anyways, see, I'm getting all flustered. Bottom line, if any reading, like if any card predicted that you live happily ever after with your masculine, it would be the Empress here in this reading and the outcome, okay? I love that for you guys. Awesome. Anything else? Anything else we need to do here? No, I think we're good. All right, guys, thank you for tuning into your reading. I appreciate you guys. It's kind of a long one, but whatever. I don't know, whatever. And hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. It does support the channel and keep me coming back to do more readings. I will talk to you guys next time.